Hi, Alan Stratton from Woodturning. This week's project is a vase, segmented. Actually, there's more to the story because the wood came from a lady's property and a tree that she wanted to have a memento from. So the wood hadn't been treated that well. It was in short blocks, not much longer than this vase is right now, and had a lot of cracks and checks in it. So the wood was not particularly great, but still, I think we managed to get a nice vase. The Sycamore grain on this small vase with a good curve, I think it looks pretty. And I hope she likes it too.
Often with a solid wood project, I can mount the wood to the lathe with solely a general idea of what to turn from it. However, for a segmented project, I need a plan. On the computer, I drew a grid. From side to side in the bottom half, the lines are at 1/2 inch increments. Vertically, the grid is at 1/4 increments, so that each increment represents 1/2 inch of diameter. I decided on 2+ diameter at the base and about 4 at the maximum diameter. Also 8 inches tall and a maximum diameter at about 6 inches. Using the drawing tools, I drew 1/2 of the vase, focusing first on the outer curve. The Bezier tool yielded a simple flowing curve. Then I duplicated the vase drawing and mirrored it to complete the vase. Most vector drawing apps can do this. In this case, I used PowerPoint. This is a difficult project. Usually, I use commercial lumber for segmented projects. However, this project uses specific blocks of sycamore that are of unknown moisture content and had suffered while drying. I sliced them, weighed them, and left them to dry for several months until the weight stabilized, indicating that they were dry. Then the boards were surfaced. No straight edges on this wood. Using this sliding jig, I cut the one side straight on the table saw. Then ripped each side to width. These short boards are going to make cutting segments difficult with a lot of waste at the ends. Then cut segments for the first ring. Glue them into pairs using the rub joint technique. While these dry a little, cut segments for the next ring. The cutting time is about enough time for glue to harden enough to glue pairs into foursomes. Then glue the next set of pairs. There's enough time to use the half-ring technique to true up the first ring and glue the halves together, and so on, ring after ring. I use various techniques to ensure that the base will not crack. In this case, there are 3 layers of sycamore cross-banded and inset into the base segment ring. This base will be stable. After referring to my drawing on its grid, I can hollow out the center to the target inner diameter. This is easier now while the stack is short, rather than a deep hollow when everything is glued together. Between a spindle gouge, a box scraper, and a round nose scraper, this does not take long at this shallow depth. Then glue on the next set of rings, one at a time. With 4 more rings in place, this is a great time to again hollow the inside. I leave the outside rough. After another 4 rings, I can again hollow. Note that I only waited about 20 minutes from the last layer to now doing the hollowing. That is enough time for the glue to be hard enough. Another 4 rings, it's time to hollow again. My diagram is critical for inner diameter values. Now at maximum diameter, you guessed it, time to hollow again. Meanwhile, I have glued up the rings for the top portion on another faceplate. time to hollow again. Note that the curve has reversed. In reality, this set is being hollowed upside down. The two sections of the vase are ready to be glued together. Threaded live center makes alignment easy since the faceplate is still on the upper section. Now I can finally rough turn the joint points and refine the outer profile of the vase. I could have rough turned the sections as they were being glued up, but decided not to this time. By the way, I did need to clean up the inside a bit using a DIY sanding tools. Deep inside is tough going. I need better hollowing next time. My sandpaper holder worked great. While still mounted to the faceplate and completely sanded, wipe-on poly will give this vase a little sheen. No matte oil finish for this vase. I tried to build a jig similar to the Kelton woodchucker mandrel since it is no longer available. Fortunately, I only spent about $10 to try my ways because I was not impressed in the end. The problem is that it needs live center pressure, and that is exactly the area I need to work on. So I resorted to my donut chuck. I did need another jam chuck to center the vase top and longer bolts, but then tooling and finishing the base was a breeze. I love this vase. The shape is simple, the layers make it look taller than it is. The fine sycamore grain pattern works well with the shape. I hope she enjoys it. Please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my website because my notifications are more reliable than YouTube's. Please spread the word by telling your friends about my weekly videos. I also appreciate your comments and questions. Please wear your full face shield whenever the lathe is running. Are you wearing yours?